Hey guys, Ranger, welcome back to another uh, reaction interview of Initial D, and for some reason I got a blue circle around my cursor, I don't know why. This is to the 12th episode, which is 8-6 versus 8-6. So let's go ahead and begin. Starting from the black screen after the gas station. 3, 2. I understand what the changing seasons thing is referring to. It's referring to the coming changes, the developments that are transpiring within each of these characters' lives. New paths that are being forged and new opportunities that are opening up and leaving old things behind. It's uneasy. It definitely is uneasy. Regarding the different storylines that are going on in here, you've got the two different 8-6s. One is a turbo, and Takumi's, of course, is not a turbo, but it's interesting that I really do enjoy the fact that Bunta has tuned this car for Takumi to learn with it and adapt with it and explore it and figure things out on his own. And Takumi did, during the second round, finally understand. Rev it up to 11,000 RPM. Boom. The beast was unleashed. And so this other guy actually found a worthy competitor in Takumi. He had to admire Takumi's skill with quickly adapting to this course, a course which Takumi's never raced on before. But he also had to admire Takumi's skill with his 8-6, which made this guy feel totally aroused, apparently, and excited, like an extreme rush, thrill rush for him, because he finally had a worthy component. He finally had a worthy opponent. And now he won the first downhill race. Takumi won the uphill. So now it's back to downhill and the tiebreaker race to see who is going to win. So that's a very interesting thing. I'm very interested to see. I'm pretty sure Takumi is going to win. I'm just wondering how this guy's ego is going to take it whenever Takumi does win. If he's going to calm down and accept it that Takumi did beat him, or if he's going to be majorly ticked. I don't really know. But it is very interesting to see that. And of course, we also got a little bit of a further adaptation with Mogi getting a part-time job because she wants to do like Takumi, and she also wants to make a change, and she now sees that everything before was her fault, and she doesn't know what to do about it. Realistically, I can see people, whenever this was probably airing, I could probably see people siding with, okay, I'll be honest, if right now, Initial D, if this show was airing today, brand new, back whenever this was airing, you didn't have the type of fan activity online that you do with fandoms today. And so it wasn't to that same degree. But if this was airing today, I know for a fact that there would be a major conflict within the Initial D fandom, as there would be people that will be siding with Mogi, and there will be people that will be against her. And it would just be a complete conflict between them. I know that for a fact. Seeing it and hearing Mogi's thoughts, it's easy enough to side with her and believe that she didn't really know, and think she didn't really know what she was doing was wrong, but she didn't at the time maybe think there was anything bad about it, but then she realizes now that it hurt someone else that she cared for, and so she left that lifestyle behind, and she wants to try to maybe move on a little bit, and she still wants Takumi back, but she's not really sure what to do. Myself, I would say just try to catch him and explain things to him and talk to him. However, I can also see things also from Takumi's perspective. I don't believe in the whole accident thing whenever it comes to something like that. Like, I was actually watching someone do a Let's Play of a game, and in the game, you got sent a text from the girl that you were in a relationship with, and they revealed that they apparently had a brief affair with someone else while you were away, and they said, "I'm sorry, it was a mistake." Luckily, the game was designed so that the character you were playing as actually said, "No, it wasn't a mistake. You betrayed me. It's over. It's done." And I really believe that totally. And so, for seeing it from Takumi's perspective, he saw her with this other guy while she was hanging out with him and trying to get close to him, and he thought she was betraying him. And so, if she willingly, me myself, there is no mistake. You either have loyalty and dedication, or you don't. And if you screw somebody over, I don't believe in the whole it was a mistake. I was vulnerable. No, you were a whore or a man whore. Like I said, you either have loyalty and dedication or you don't. And so, honestly, even with Mogi, I'm still siding with Takumi here. I can understand him being upset, and I can totally understand that. Like I said, it's easy enough to look at Mogi and see why she's upset, but at the same time, maybe she didn't know that what she was doing was wrong, or maybe she had an inkling that it was wrong. If she had an inkling that it was wrong, or a gut feeling that maybe what she was doing wasn't right, then she should have probably stopped a long time before. But, it's one of those things where she made that mistake, and, she now has to reap what she sowed. And I wouldn't be saying much, I'm not going to say much regarding her, because I know that she ends up leaving later on, and she's not a permanent fixture within the Initial D fandom. So I'm not going to say much regarding her, because I don't really think too many people were big fans of her, so I'm going to just leave it at that. And like I said, of course, with Itsuki and this other girl, Kazumi, I really feel for this guy right now, because here he had begun to fall for this girl, and now she plans on leaving Gunma and forging her own path. As I said, if I were him, I would be thinking at this point, I'm not part of the path that you want to forge. You want to go ahead with your life, but you don't want me to be a part of it. That right there hurts. And the fact that she didn't seem to have enough of a connection with him that she wanted to kind of just remain in contact or anything like that, seemingly like she wanted to just say goodbye. Yeah, it hurts, and I feel for the guy, because he's getting his heart broken right here. And he revealed that he had fallen in love with her, and here she doesn't know it. And like I said, there's honestly a split between, does he tell her, does he not? If he does tell her, then at least he would let her know how he felt. And maybe that might change things. Maybe she might decide to stay. That would be what I would also be thinking. Don't hold back. Open up. Let your feelings out. Let them know how you feel. At least you got that off your chest, and you're not going to have any regrets about that later, wondering what if. But I also know that some other people would think, well, he shouldn't tell her. That way she can go on with her life and be happy. But then there would always be, if it were me, there would always be the thought in my head, what if I had have said something? What if I had have told her? And what if she maybe wanted me to say that, but I didn't. And honestly, I think if I was him, I would just flat out tell her that I really want her to stay. I admire her determination and ambition, but I'd like for her to stay. And if possible, what I would end up telling her. But I really feel for this guy. I really feel for this guy right now. And, I mean, I really feel bad for him. I really, really do. He shouldn't have to go through this emotional torture, but, yeah, it hurts to see him having to go through that. But that is my thoughts regarding this new episode so far, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next episode of Initial D, the conclusion to this race. And like I said, I don't blame Itsuki, again, if he were to go back to the races don't need girls thing. It'd probably be best if he just sticks with it for good, just sticks with it permanently, instead of constantly getting hurt. But, again, that's my thoughts. So, thanks again for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.